The art of flirting goes far beyond words. A deep look, a subtle gesture, or even the tone of your voice can be decisive in creating that irresistible connection. Imagine the power of using body language and eye contact strategically, without seeming forced but totally natural. Every movement counts, every word has its weight, and knowing how to balance these elements is the secret to arousing her interest. What if, in addition, you knew how to keep the conversation light and fun, creating an atmosphere of mystery that would make her curious to know more about you? Yes, flirting is a game of subtleties and, when mastered, turns casual encounters into unforgettable moments. You're about to discover how small actions can make a big difference to the way she sees you. Do you want to know how to keep her interest piqued and make her want to be around you? Let's explore these secrets together and uncover the science behind attraction. The right look, how to use eye contact to seduce. Establishing and maintaining eye contact is a powerful communication skill. When you look into the other person's eyes, you convey not only interest but also trust. It's like saying, "I'm here, paying attention to you." This visual connection creates a bond that can make the conversation more meaningful. So how do you do this effectively? One simple technique is the 3-second rule. When you start the conversation, look into the person's eyes for about 3 seconds before looking away. This helps to create a moment of connection. Then look into their eyes again as you speak or listen. If you feel uncomfortable, you can focus on the space between the eyes, such as the bridge of the nose, to look like you're making eye contact without feeling intimidated. Another important aspect is the intention behind the eye contact. Maintain a friendly, relaxed expression. A very fixed gaze can seem intimidating, while a soft, warm gaze invites the other person to open up. In addition, it's important to balance eye contact with other elements of the conversation, such as gestures and facial expressions, to make the interaction more natural. When the conversation flows and eye contact is maintained, you will notice that the other person will feel more at ease. This is because the eye is a mirror of the emotions. When you connect visually, you are also connecting emotionally. So don't underestimate the power of a look. Finally, remember that eye contact should not be forced. If the person starts to look away, don't insist. Respect their space and adjust your approach. The aim is to create a comfortable environment for both of you, where communication can flow freely. Master the art of attractive body language. Body language is one of the most important aspects of nonverbal communication. It can speak louder than words. Using gestures, postures, and facial expressions consciously can help create a connection without the need to say much. The first step is to be aware of your own body. Open postures, such as keeping your arms uncrossed and your posture upright, convey receptivity and interest. When you present yourself in this way, the other person tends to feel more comfortable opening up too. In addition, a slight lean forward while listening shows that you are involved in the conversation. These small attitudes can make a big difference to the other person's perception of you. Gestures also play an important role. Using your hands to emphasize a point can help convey emotion and clarity. However, avoid exaggeration, which can be distracting or appear nervous. The ideal is to keep gestures fluid and natural as part of your way of expressing yourself. Facial expressions are another essential element. A genuine smile can break down barriers and create a more welcoming environment. When you smile, you activate an emotional response in the other person, making them feel more comfortable and connected. Also, pay attention to the other person's expressions and respond to them. This shows that you are attentive and interested in what they have to say. Finally, remember that body language must be authentic. Don't try to force gestures or expressions that don't come naturally to you. Sincerity is perceived, and when you are authentic, the connection becomes easier and truer. Secrets of mystery: how to create tension and intrigue in flirting. Creating an air of mystery can be a powerful tool in any interaction. When you leave some information open, the other person tends to become more curious and interested. This doesn't mean that you have to be enigmatic all the time, but rather that you can choose carefully what to share and what to keep to yourself. A simple example is talking about an interesting experience, but not revealing all the details. This provokes curiosity and can lead to a deeper conversation. Another strategy is to use pauses during the conversation. When you make a statement and then pause for a moment before continuing, this can generate expectation. People tend to lean forward, eager to hear what comes next. This technique is especially effective when you are discussing an intriguing subject or a story that has a climax. The suspense can be a big draw. Also, avoid giving very direct answers. Instead of simply stating something, you can opt for an answer that leaves room for more questions. For example, instead of saying yes or no, use phrases like, "It depends" or "It could be." This encourages the other person to want to explore further, creating a dynamic and engaging dialogue. Body language can also help create this atmosphere of mystery. An enigmatic smile or a look that suggests you know something the other person doesn't can be very effective. These little nuances make the interaction more intriguing and can make the other person feel drawn to you, wanting to unravel this mystery. Finally, the use of open questions can be an excellent way to build tension and maintain curiosity. Questions that require more than a simple answer can lead to deeper and more revealing conversations. This not only maintains the dynamic of the conversation, but also allows you to get to know the other person better, creating a more meaningful connection. The power of compliments: how to be natural and charming. Giving compliments is an art that, when done correctly, can strengthen the connection between two people. The secret lies in being authentic and specific. Instead of saying something generic like "you're beautiful," how about mentioning something you really admire? For example, "I loved how you expressed yourself on that subject. Your perspective is very interesting." This shows that you are paying attention and appreciate the person's uniqueness. A spontaneous compliment can also have a very positive impact. If you notice something that catches your eye, such as the way the person laughs or a piece of clothing they're wearing, don't hesitate to comment. "Your laugh is contagious" or "that color really suits you" are simple ways to make the other person feel special without seeming forced. Avoid cliches and ready-made phrases that can sound empty. When compliments are standard, the other person can see that you're not being genuine. Always try to find something unique that highlights the person's individuality. This not only shows that you are really interested, but also helps to create a more comfortable environment for both of you. Timing is also crucial. A compliment given at the right moment can make all the difference. If the person has just shared an achievement or a special moment, that's the perfect time for a sincere compliment. This not only reinforces the joy of the moment, but also shows that you value their experiences. Finally, don't forget to combine compliments with a good dose of humility. Recognizing someone's beauty or intelligence doesn't diminish your own qualities. Doing so in a balanced way can create an atmosphere of mutual respect and admiration, essential for any budding relationship. Irresistible conversations: how to keep her entertained and engaged. Keeping a conversation light and entertaining is an art that can be learned. The first step is to choose topics that are interesting to both of you. Talking about hobbies, movies, or trips often makes for good laughs and stories. The idea is to create a relaxed atmosphere where everyone feels comfortable sharing. Open questions help, as they allow the other person to express themselves more freely and bring their own experiences to the conversation. Another valuable tip is to use humor. You don't have to be a comedian, but a little joke here and there can break the ice and make the conversation lighter. The important thing is that the humor is natural and appropriate to the situation. If the other person is also amused, it creates a stronger emotional connection. In addition, laughter is contagious, and if you're both having fun, the conversation will flow more easily and pleasantly. It's also essential to be attentive to the other person's reactions. If you notice that a subject isn't generating interest, don't hesitate to change the subject. Sometimes a simple change of direction can reinvigorate the conversation. Asking something unexpected or curious can surprise the other person and bring a new air to the conversation. It shows that you are genuinely interested and engaged, which is always welcome. Telling personal stories in a light and amusing way can also be a great strategy. Everyone loves to hear a good story, and this can make the conversation come alive. By sharing your experiences, you not only reveal yourself, but also give the other person space to open up and share their own stories. The exchange of experiences creates a bond and makes the moment even more special. Finally, remember to balance the conversation. It's important that you both have space to speak and be heard. A good conversation is like a dance, where you both need to move in harmony. By keeping the dialogues fun and engaging, you'll be creating a light atmosphere that favors emotional connection and mutual interest. Subtle touch: how to create closeness without forcing it. When it comes to introducing physical touch into a conversation, subtlety is key. The first thing to consider is always the context. In informal situations, a light touch on the arm while laughing at a joke can be a natural way to create intimacy. It's essential to read the other person's reactions. If they respond positively, you can continue with subtle touches, such as a tap on the shoulder or a light hand on the arm, always observing whether this is well received. It's important to respect everyone's personal limits. Not everyone is comfortable with touch, especially at an early stage in a relationship. So start slowly and observe reactions. If the other person pulls away or shows discomfort, it's a sign to back off. Nonverbal communication is powerful, and paying attention to these signals can avoid awkward situations. Touch should always be genuine and appropriate. A touch that seems forced or rushed can have the opposite of the desired effect. That's why it's essential that touch comes naturally, as part of the interaction. For example, when commenting on something interesting, a light touch on the arm can emphasize what is being said, making the conversation more engaging. As the connection between you strengthens, touching can become more frequent. Over time, hugging or holding hands can come naturally. This progression allows intimacy to grow gradually and respectfully. Each small gesture helps to build a safe space where you both feel comfortable expressing yourselves. Finally, subtle and gradual touching should not be seen just as a technique, but as a way of expressing affection and interest. The aim is to create an environment where you both feel connected and at ease. When done respectfully, touch can be a powerful tool for deepening the relationship and creating lasting memories. Now that you know the tips for mastering the art of flirting, it's time to put it all into practice. Remember, flirting is about creating an authentic and interesting connection. Eye contact shows that you are present, and the right body language conveys confidence. A subtle touch, a fun conversation, and a bit of mystery can keep the flame burning and create an irresistible connection. So, which of these tips will you use first? Share your experiences in the comments. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel for more tips on relationships and attraction. Let's continue this journey together, exploring all the details of the art of conquering and truly connecting. Until the next video, where more secrets will be revealed.